Sometimes it's good to lose everything in order to understand what you really lack. Adventures are never fun while you're having them. Wise people never lose their calmness in difficult times, and the best way to gain wisdom is to listen to the thoughts of wise people. Clive Staples Lewis is one of them. Friendship is born at the moment when one man says to another, "What? You too? I thought I am the only one." Someday you will be old enough to start reading fairy tales again. There are far, far better things ahead than any we leave behind. True humility is not thinking less of yourself. It is thinking of yourself less. Nothing you have not given away will ever really be yours. Do not dare not to dare. If you love deeply, you're going to get hurt badly, but it's still worth it. What draws people to be friends is that they see the same truth. They share it. When we lose one blessing, another is often most unexpectedly given in its place. Everyone gets what they want in life, but not everyone is happy after that. You can't know. You can only believe or not. Crying is all right in its way while it lasts, but you have to stop sooner or later, and then you'll still have to decide what to do. Love is something more stern and splendid than mere kindness. To love is to be vulnerable. Atheism turns out to be too simple. If the whole universe has no meaning, we should never have found out that it has no meaning. What you see and what you hear depends a great deal on where you are standing. It also depends on what sort of person you are. If you want to make sure of keeping your heart intact, you must give it to no one, not even an animal. Everyone thinks forgiveness is a lovely idea until he has something to forgive. God allows us to experience the low points of life in order to teach us lessons that we could learn in no other way. You don't have a soul. You are the soul. You have a body. A children's story that can only be enjoyed by children is not a good children's story in the slightest. God speaks to us face to face only when we ourselves have a face. It is probably difficult for an egg to turn into a bird. However, it is incomparably more difficult for him to learn to fly while remaining an egg. The task of the modern educator is not to cut down jungles, but to irrigate deserts. We meet no ordinary people in our lives. God can't give us peace and happiness apart from Himself, because there is no such thing. It is a good rule after reading a new book, never to allow yourself another new one till you have read an old one in between. Hell is a door that locks from the inside. If someone offended you greatly, do not take revenge. Wait, and fate itself will do everything for you. It is a very funny thing that the sleepier you are, the longer you take about getting to bed. Money and love, happiness and respect will come into life as soon as you find something to do, someone to love, and something to hope for. I believe in Christianity as I believe the sun has risen, not only because I see it, but because by it I see everything else. If something hurts you, keep quiet. Otherwise, they will hit exactly there. Now, the trouble about trying to make yourself stupider than you really are is that you very often succeed. You never know how much you really believe anything until its truth or falsehood becomes a matter of life and death to you. Relying on God has to begin all over again every day, as if nothing had yet been done. To love at all is to be vulnerable. Love anything, and your heart will be wrung and possibly broken. We have collected these quotes from Clive Staples Lewis, which truly show the wisdom of this Christian author. He gave his life to tell this world different stories about childhood, imagination, wisdom, and relationship with God.